Mr. President, why do you think the American public has continued to support you throughout these impeachment proceedings?
Probably because you're so fat.
With a reality star in the White House, there's no shortage of opinions on what's next for our country. We're here at the 48th annual NAACP Nominees Luncheon. Since Hollywood seems to be intersecting with politics right now, I feel like a lot of folks are wondering what's going to happen to black people now that we have a very interesting president. What are your thoughts?
You know, I work on a show called Underground, and what I myself take from that is there were some beasts that came along our time, the shoulders that we stand on today, revolutionaries, true American heroes that I think gave us really detailed playbooks and blueprints on how to handle what we're going through. You know, they persevered and survived and helped get us to where we are.
I hope it gets better. I mean, the one thing I came away with is that politicians on both sides of the line all agree that the system is broken. Who and how it's going to change is yet to be seen.
Remind me again, you from Chicago?
I'm from Chicago. For the west side of Chicago, the west side.
Okay, so tell me, what is all this stuff going on in your hometown? How you feeling?
I mean, it's Chicago. I think I think it's more political. I think they need to get rid of the mayor, and I'll say that, and I think that's why you need to have people that are from Chicago, especially the politicians there, that will have some heart in things. Sometimes you only care about money, you don't care about certain areas. And they dropping off guns. I don't want to get too far, but I just know it's not as much as everybody. What's the problem? It's more or less like it's set up like that. It's bad to see.
As an entertainer, is it hard to stay away from politics now since we have a reality star in the White House?
No, I mean, which is why I'm proud to be on the Carmichael show. I'm proud to be in Get Out, because between that movie and this TV show, we're hitting on a lot of stuff. And I'm excited to be a part of a show and a movie that's starting a conversation. Even with Get Out, it's going to start a huge conversation. It might piss off some white people. It is what it is. But it's going to start a conversation, especially with Trump. It matches. It's kind of surreal that we did this movie and this happened. It's going to, yeah.
Last question for you. I mean, a lot of folks gave people like Chrisette Michelle a lot of grief because she, took a gig at the inauguration. I mean, would you be able to do something like that?
Look, at the end of the day, I wish she would just be honest about just saying I needed the money, because she was still an entertainer. This is our job, and I mean, if you're able to do a show for a dope dealer, there's no difference to me. I'm just being honest. So if she would have just admitted to saying I did it to make money for a living, fine. But when you try to make it all political and just start making stuff up, like, come on. I don't even know what a Barciette dress is. I don't know what she was talking about.
So if the president called you, would you perform for him?
If the president called me to perform for him, why? What does he need? What do we need me to perform for? Let's talk policy, then we'll talk.
So you're willing to sit down with him?
I'm willing to sit down and talk about policy. Let's go.
I know a lot of folks are kind of scared of what's going to be next for us as a people since we have a reality star in the White House. I mean, how do we bridge that gap? We're all divided now. What do you think?
Well, I don't think we need to worry. I mean, our ancestors set it up. We've gone through greater tortures than this. I can't think of anything that they can do that ain't been done already, and I think we're ready now. I mean, I think it's also shown and known how brilliant we are as people, and that frightens some people, but they have to get over that.
I think that I would hearken it back to what Michelle Obama said. We just have to keep our hope, The situation is what the situation is, and we can't change it. It's been done. And I think we have the one thing that we can do is try to sort of work on our end to make sure that we're the best that we can be, to do the things that we can do in order to kind of like keep uplifting ourselves, keep doing the work, and just remain hopeful. I have no idea what's going to happen, to be honest with you, and it is a little scary, but I'm trying to be as hopeful as possible.
You're talking about banning Mexico and imports and everything. I mean, what you gonna miss if this president is successful with imports from Mexico? What are we gonna miss?
Everything. We don't never get everything from Mexico and China. So what? Sir, stop this foolishness. So I don't even.
But I mean, we're all divided now. But how do we move forward? And entertainers are a great way to kind of bridge that gap. How do you think that entertainment?
I think with the division comes unity, right? Like I feel like because it's so divided, like everybody's out. Like a lot of people have seen the division, but now it's just like, oh my God, it's really divided. It's like, yeah, we've been trying to tell you this for a long time. So I think through the eyes being open because of the division, there's going to come unity. I feel like we're going to be in solidarity to be like, you know what, this is some foolishness and not on our watch. And I think that's what we need now. We need some not on our watch type of people.
And that's a wrap from the 48th Annual NAACP Nominees Luncheon. I'm Margot for DatzHott.com. Stay here for more exclusive interviews.